This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome to another episode of the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. We love introducing good neighbors to great businesses, and today joining me on the podcast is Nick Roberge of Roof Maxx. Nick, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Dory. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to learn all about your business. So why don't we start off there? Tell us a little bit about Roof Maxx.
Sure. So what Roof Maxx does is we restore roofs. We do not replace them. We do this through preventative maintenance actions and by treating the shingles, asphalt shingles, with a soybean-based oil, and it makes it last longer. It gives it another 5 years. It's a lot cheaper than getting a new roof, typically about 20% or so of what the cost of a new roof is. And we can clean it up on occasion if that's what's needed. And that's basically what we do.
Interesting. So instead of or is it instead of a roof replacement, or does it just, kind of make it last longer? Dive in a little bit about that.
Right. Yeah. So it's really designed to keep your current roof on longer. So we're just trying to add life to it. A lot of homeowners are familiar with maybe some basic automotive maintenance. You drive your car for so long, eventually you're going to get an oil change. It's kind of the same concepts. Maintenance is maintenance. I've been in the maintenance field for many years, and it's a lot of the same concepts, regardless of what you're working on. So
nice. So continue with that. What was your journey like? How did you get into this?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm a maintainer. My background, I did a lot of aircraft maintenance in the Marine Corps for about 20 years, probably about 12 to 13 of that or so. And again, it's the same concepts. When I had retired about 10 years ago now, it goes by fast. I had done some project management work when I had gotten out, and then I was kind of sitting behind a desk too much and needed to get back outside again. So I had gotten a business education type of opportunity through Syracuse University. They actually have this entrepreneurial boot camp for veterans. It's all paid for. It's a fantastic program. It really just kind of enlightens somebody who's not done business before, and just shows the similarities and the differences, and you learn from other successful veterpreneurs, what we call, come in, and then the professors that they have there, other students that are going through their MBAs there, other your classmates really. So that really helped me out quite a bit. And then the Roof Maxx opportunity came along, and I'd been looking into probably 20 or so different types of franchises or other types of businesses, and none of them were really fitting until this one did. And the people are great. You get a lot of freedom to set your schedule if you need to, and it's been great so far. So I'm in my 6th year now, so enjoying it and looking forward to the future here. So
nice. Well, congratulations. Getting past that 5-year mark of a new business is a big milestone.
It is. Yeah. I need to hire soon. So.
So tell me, are there any myths or misconceptions that you hear about the industry?
Oh, of course. So roof rejuvenation for a lot of people is kind of new, but so was, treating your backyard for mosquitoes, 10 years ago. And now there's, 5 competitors in the area. So I think a lot of people just think that once something goes wrong with the roof, you have to replace it. And that's not the case. If you're missing a shingle, you get the shingle replaced. You don't need a whole new roof because of that, especially when it's 5 years old. And we see that sometimes. The other thing is it's really just educating homeowners about rejuvenation. I mean, it's here to stay. It's simple. Think of your hands in the wintertime. They get all dried and cracked out. What do? You put hand lotion on. I mean, it's the same sort of concept for a roof that gets dried out. Those original oils over time, they just, for lack of a better term, evaporate, and the shingles can become brittle. They can crack and break. And we're just putting another oil into the shingles to make them last longer. Sometimes we'll get a call a few years later saying, "Hey, I have a leak." Well, yeah, but the Roof Maxx treatment is not designed to stop leaks. It's designed to condition your shingles basically and make them better again. But we also go through and do what's called a maintenance tune-up, and we're looking for like nail pops and loose ridge vents, loose flashings, that sort of thing. A lot of common items that are really going to cause a leak, so we can address those as well. So
you're saving people a lot of money. Sounds like.
Yeah, we try to. I mean, your roof. We'll hear yeah, I've got a 30-year roof. Yeah, but you can't leave your roof alone for 30 years and expect it to last. You got to have a little bit of TLC. I mean, it's the same, again, same thing with your car getting an oil change, or same thing with just other basic maintenance. I mean, you got to mow your lawn, right? So
Right. Right. Yeah, no, I love that. And thank you for clearing up those myths. I imagine you get that a lot.
yeah. And we get about 10% of roofs that don't qualify. And if your roof doesn't qualify, I'm just going to tell you. We're partnered up with a few other roofing companies in the area, or depending on where they're at, because we cover a large area, mainly Stafford, Spotsy, and Fredericksburg, obviously. We'll go out to King George, down to Lake Anna, out towards Culpeper a little bit. I try not to go north because of the traffic, but there's other locations up there. So, but yeah.
Nice. So clearly you're working hard on your business. What are you doing when you're not working for fun?
Yeah, it seems like my days off are when it rains. So because I'm not getting on the roof. So. No, just to hang out with the family. Spending time watching some favorite sports teams, and of course we just had the Stanley Cup finals and all that. That was pretty cool. I'm a pretty good baseball fan too, and it's that time of year where we're outside, doing the barbecues and the grilling and all that. So it's good. It's good. Usually anything to do with the outdoors. So
Nice. Love that. So, what is some advice that you would give a new entrepreneur, or advice maybe that you wish someone had told you when you first started your business?
yeah, no, great question. I would say just find something that works for you. I mean, I really never had any idea that I'd be working on roofs. If I told you that's 7 years ago or so. But again, like I said, it's the same concepts. It's the same. I mean, I like it. It's the same, but it's different. I get to a home and it's like, okay, I'm going to get on the roof this way because it's the safest spot to put the ladder. Of course, you have a process to go through and inspect it and check for things. But it's different every time, and you get to interact with a lot of homeowners. See a lot of pretty cool layouts and everything. So I'm getting ideas for a retirement home, I guess, someday. No, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely for new entrepreneur, find something that works for you. Don't be afraid to go out there. I mean, you got to spend a little money to make a little money. We hear a lot of times, especially with, let's say, marketing. It's more an investment, not a cost, right?
Yeah.
It's just if it doesn't work for you, you're not going to like it, and you're going to want to do something else anyway. So
Right.
just kind of know what you're getting into, and but just be happy with what you're doing. So.
Great advice. Whatever it is that you choose, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing it, so make sure it's something you like.
Yeah, there's no more. If you're on a 40-hour work week, those are gone. So if you're a
Right.
business.
Right. Thank you for that advice.
Yeah.
So what is something that you wish the listeners knew about your business?
Really just that, roof rejuvenation is it's a thing, and it's here to stay. The technology's been around since the early 2000s. And just Roof Maxx is the first one to take it to market. There's other companies out there that claim to be roof rejuvenation, but you just looking at the fine print. That's all. I don't, we try not to pay too much attention to some of those. Stay focused on your own business. I can tell you what I can do, but they're not all the same. So just kind of look into them, I'd say, for other viewers, and just understand. Again, our main thing is to keep your roof on longer. We keep those. If you change your roof out too soon, that's a roof, asphalt shingles that are sitting in a landfill, and they take 300 years to break down. So, it's more eco-friendly. Again, it's a plant-based bio oil. So it's any overspray is perfectly safe for people, pets, and the environment and all that. So, again, just do your research. There's plenty of it online. We've got a ton of videos on YouTube and on our local sites as well. Definitely get educated, read the frequently asked questions, and feel free to just call us and ask questions if you have them.
Nice. And if they want to call you or find your website, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, I believe you said you had the URL. You can also call or text me directly at 540-427-6324. And like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions that they might have. Again, if they can go to the local site, they kind of cut out one layer of talking to somebody else. We're happy to do it. We do free assessments. Happy to go out and take a look at the roof. I'd say anything most roofs got to probably be at least, I'd say probably at least 8 years old or so. if they're still new, they still have the oils in, they're still flexible, then they're probably good. They probably don't even need us yet. We do get a small percentage of folks like that too. So we'll just make a note to call them in a few years. So
nice. Thank you, Nick, so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing a Roof Maxx with us.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Dory.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com. That's fxbgneighborspodcast.com or call 540-534-4618.